You're scrolling through potential properties, either to rent or to buy, right? And you look at just a stunning property. We're talking stunning light. That living room looks very spacious. The carpet, so soft.
So I can't afford it.
No, you definitely can't afford it. Goodness, both bedrooms fit a double bed.
Oof.
Can you even imagine such luxury?
Wow.
There's even a fireplace. Look, it's burning in the corner.
Fireplace in an apartment.
And it's on the bottom level. It's on the bottom level. Can you even believe it?
There's a fire pit.
Technology's crazy.
Where's the smoke going? No one asks questions. I'm going to register for an inspection. But then you get there. There's only one window and it looks like something out of a jail cell.
Oh, no.
You can touch both walls while standing in the centre of the living room. The carpet is actually a rug and that belongs to the owners and they'll be taking it back. That second bedroom, it might only fit a kid's single trundle bed. And the fireplace is actually a hole in the wall left by the previous tenant who had a very raging no.
What happened?
What happened is AI. And what you might not know is that, like, if you have a sense that you're being personally victimized by the marketing of real estate agents, you are not imagining it. I have personally been to that inspection where I go, this is simply not what I saw online. I am being, you know what I'm being? I'm being gaslit. I'm being gaslit by real estate agents.
By the fake fire.
And there are currently calls for an Australian-wide crackdown on real estate ads that use AI. So the New South Wales state government has cited examples of real estate agents using AI-generated furniture that showed a double bed in a room that could literally only fit a single bed and modifying photos to obscure property damage. It is not that unusual for them to put a fire, like an actual like lit fire in a fireplace that either doesn't work, like isn't functional, and it's just literally like an AI generated image stuck in there. And for a long time they've been allowed to do that. Is anyone else finding themselves increasingly tricked by AI? Because I thought I was savvy and I no longer feel savvy.
This really surprised me to hear because, of course, now that you say it, I can see it. But about 15 years ago, I was the chair of the federal government's, the then federal government's National Body Image Advisory Board. And we were tasked by the government at looking at a whole lot of things that we could do, guidelines and initiatives for the fashion industry, the advertising industry, the media industry that would improve body image. And one of the things that we proposed was that there be mandatory declaration when images had been photoshopped. Because, you know, back in the day, now it's of course endemic, but magazine covers and magazine images and advertising images had always been retouched, but you didn't have to declare it. And at the time, it was compared to, someone made the point that with real estate images, if you show like a view of Bondi Beach and there's not an actual view, but it just is in Bondi,
5 kilometres,
you used to have to have a disclaimer saying not actual view.
Really?
Yeah. So it was really strict around truth in advertising. And the reason I brought that up is that we made the point that it was absurd that you could have a picture of a human, but you didn't have to say not actual human. It was created essentially by Photoshop, which is a version of AI. So I'm so surprised that industries just haven't caught up with technology and haven't caught up with AI.
What you're talking about sounds so archaic that you would have to declare because now AI imagery is totally ubiquitous. You'll see an AI image that's allegedly from a war zone or an AI image of Donald Trump doing something he simply did not do. Like that's everywhere, and what that does to the human race when you can't look at an image and trust it is something I don't like to think about too much.
I wonder if it's also because, especially with renters, we are in a rental crisis right now. People are desperate to find somewhere to live. And I wonder if it's just real estate going, well, people will come no matter what. So what's the point of doing all this extra legwork when we just know there'll be hordes of lines for people to see this place?
Well, the argument is that what you're essentially doing is like you're really wasting people's time. So if someone is in, and I've been in this position between rental properties where I've been kicked out of A and I need to move into B, and if there's only so many properties I can visit, and I was the person who, I was in a room, Claire and my sister and her boyfriend were in a room. We needed 2 rooms that could have humans in them, right? And so you'd go and say, this place is unlivable for two bedrooms.
Yeah, you've wasted our time.
Yeah, you've wasted our time when I could have gone and seen this property that actually offers me somewhat what what I want. So I think that that's the crackdown too, is just going, you can't do that to people. It's incredibly manipulative.
Have you been tricked by AI?
Okay, look, I wasn't going to bring this up, but this only happened a few weeks ago, which makes me even more shameful. I was on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I was watching this video, and it was one of those like mini documentary videos about this really rare fish that these fishermen found. And it was like this huge, I think it was like a 5-minute video. Entire video was generated by AI. I sat there and watched it for 5 minutes.
Did it have, when you looked in the captions, did it have an AI hashtag?
Yep.
Yeah. That happened to me. I watched a funny video last night and it was like this woman getting sort of eaten by her couch and this thing. And I was like, this is amazing. And I showed my kids and they're like, duh, it's AI. And I went, no, I don't think it is.
I think I casually did eat her.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This is not good
One of
for
the girls in
soul.
our office, I'm putting her on the spot, she went to get a really drastic haircut, like one of those like long hair to a bob. She went to a hairdresser and she's like, I want something like this. And he was like, babe, that's not a real person. Hair doesn't flow naturally like that.
Hairdressers, it is a real problem for hairdressers. People are rocking up not just with shots of celebrities that look nothing like them, and Holly won't mind me telling the story of her, and I think me, who went with photos of Lara Worthington, Lara Bingle as she was then, said, we just want to look like this, or Gwyneth Paltrow in Sliding Doors. I just want this pixie cut. And I mean, that's one thing. But now people are showing hair that doesn't exist and saying, I want that hair.